Hey y'all, just some kayak catfish. I am finishing up on what has been a fun day of kayak catfishing. It's been a cold day, but a fun day. You know, we got a saying here in East Tennessee, if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute and it'll change. And that's how it's been, just like that here. In my last video that you've seen, the weather was about 60 degrees. It was warm, it was comfortable. I filmed that video a few days ago. Fast forward to today, now we're going through a stretch where it's highs in the 30s, lows in the teens, and I'm gonna tell you, it is cold out here today. When I got out here on the water, it was 33 degrees, wind chill in the 20s. As the sun's starting to go down now, I can feel the temperature dropping even more. It's just miserable cold, but I wanted to come out here today and see if I could catch some fish. I wanted to try out my new board, which I kind of talked about already as I caught a fish, but I'll kind of show it to you here again. This is it. This is the Muskie Bumper Kayak Catfishing measuring tournament board here. You know, for us guys that are competing in these kayak catfishing tournaments and the Yak Tribe tournament that you've seen me in, we needed a bigger board to accommodate the bigger fish, and Muskie Bumper stepped up and made us a board. So I've been kind of putting it through the paces today. I got this last week, and today was the first chance I've had to get out here and put it to the test. So that's what I've been doing today. And like I said, when I got out here today, you know, the conditions have changed a lot the last few days. I had a hard time getting bait. I launched my kayak in a creek here, didn't see any shad flipping, didn't see any bird action. Made a few throws anyway where I expected maybe I would find some shad. They just weren't there. So I made my way out of this creek here, and I got over here in this little pocket, and I finally found some shad a little bit deeper, and I got enough to fish with. I didn't get many. I got one gizzard shad, and I got some threadfin shad kind of in that 3 to 6 inch range. So I thought, well, if the bait is here, this is where they're at, I'm just going to fish right here. So I've been anchored down in this little pocket in this creek. It's about 40 feet deep, and I've just had my bait suspended down. I used the one gizzard shad I had. I still have the head on this rod here. I caught a fish on the body chunk, and then the other 2 rods, I've got whole threadfin shad on this back one, and then I've had cut threadfin shad on this rod here. And you know, like I said, I've had some fun today. I've caught a few fish. Here's the action. He's on there. He's on there. Fish on. We got a fish on. Yeah, buddy. Cold day, but I'm catching some fish. Fish is spinning the kayak around into the wind. The wind's cold, buddy. Wind chill's in the 20s right now. It's like 33 degrees when I got out here on the water. Once that sun goes down, it's going to get even colder. It's supposed to be in the teens tonight. But where I'm fishing, the water temp's still 51 degrees. And that warm spell we had last week heated up this muddy water back here in the creeks. So these fish, I thought they might still be up in here. Ain't bad. Ain't a bad little fish. Getting it started right anyway. Alright guys, there we go. Not a bad little fish to start today. Like I said, it's cold out here today. I didn't film an intro when I got out here because I figured it's gonna be a short trip. I'm a kind of person, I don't like cold weather. I don't like being cold, and today is cold. But there he is. I'm gonna set him down here just a second because I gotta do something else right quick. Alright guys, I had to do some picture taking there. I'm trying out a new tournament measuring board. So I'm going to be measuring a lot of fish the next few weeks, just trying it out, kind of putting the board through its paces. So let's get him back in the water. There he goes. Yep, he's on there. He's on there. Nope. You got it? Yeah, there he does. I couldn't tell if he had it or not. I'll tell you what, it's cold as all get out, but I love catching fish. It's always fun. I'll admit it's a little more fun when I can wear flip-flops and fishing t-shirts versus 4 layers, but it's always fun. This one here ate a bait full of cut shad, cut thread fins. That last fish I caught ate a piece of gizzard shad. I only caught 1 gizzard shad in my net, so I be using thread fin shad the rest of the day. Alright guys, there we go. Again, not a bad fish. Not a bad fish. That one ate just a bunch of cut thread fin shad. I had them heads and body chunks, just as many as I could fit on a hook. He ate it. Alright, again, I'm going to set this one down and get a couple pictures on this new board here. Alright guys, there he is. About 32 inches there on the board. You know, again, I'm just kind of trying out this board. Let me let him go there. This board, I'll show you here on the camera here in just a second. This board here, well, let me flip it around. This board is a kayak catfishing measuring board made by Muskie Bumper. They are helping us out. You know, for those of us, if you follow my channel, you know I fished in the Yak Tribe tournament. Really struggled to get a board that was suitable for bigger size catfish. And so Muskie Bumper is helping out our community and trying to come up with a good board for us. And this board, you know, it's 50 inches long, 10 inches wide. It's got a pretty big bump section on it, and it folds. So, you know, you can fold it up out of the way when it's not in use. And we're working on a hinge lock system here. Right now you can see I've got these aluminum pieces here. This is the first time I've used this board today. And just trying to lock that hinge so that you can lay it across the kayak and, you know, have a nice steady platform here, a nice steady board to measure these fish. But so far so good. You know, this board is lightweight, it floats, certainly big enough to handle a big fish. It's just a matter of getting this hinge lock dialed in and seeing if we've got the right size for the height of the bump section. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm going to keep measuring fish the next few weeks, just to kind of put it through the paces. Hopefully I'll hook into a big one here soon to put on this thing and really test it out. Right up there's getting hit again. I think he might be. Yeah, he's on. Oh, rod. The only one getting hit. So move him up here and see what we got. Well, these fish has fought hard, even though they ain't been very big. They've been fighting hard. Wet now. Right there, guys, you can see it. I've just got some pieces of thread fin shad just cut up in chunks there on that rod. There he is, just a little feller. Go. See you, buddy. That rod there is the only one that's been hit. Some of you might say, well, it's just because of the bait that's on there. That's why that rod's getting hit. I got a different theory on that. You see these other two reels here, this one and this one back here. Some of y'all have commented in recent videos wanting to know about these new reels I've gotten. And these reels here, these are Okuma Classic Pro XP 200s. These are used reels. I bought these off of another YouTuber, Panfish Bill. I bought these reels with a little bit of cash, a Kayak Catfish sticker, and an agreement to do a shout out on a future video to him. So shout out Panfish Bill. there it is. But I bought these, and if you watch any Panfish Bill's videos, you know he gets skunked all the time. He's like the king of getting skunked. And I can't catch a fish on these reels of any size anyway to save my life. And I'm inclined to believe it's because of the Panfish Bill jinx, not because of the particular cuts of bait that are on those rods. But I'm going to stick it out a while longer with them and see. I don't know if I like the reels or not really. I like the size of them, but like I said, I haven't caught anything of any significant size on them yet to really, you know, get a feel for how the reel's going to act. I like the other Akuma reels that I have that I was using last year, the CLX 300 model. I'd got those for dragging, and I really like those a lot. They're just a little too big, a little too heavy for suspend fishing. You know, suspend fishing, I don't really put out much line. I mean, like right now today I'm fishing 40 feet deep. So I've got about 37 feet of line out, so I don't need a reel that can hold 300 plus yards. So, you know, I wanted a smaller, lighter weight reel. So, you know, like I said, I bought these off Panfish Bill for a pretty good deal, and, you know, I thought I'd try them out and see. So, if we can just get his jinx off there so I can catch some fish with them, we'll put them through the paces. One hitting here, y'all. Yep, he's on, fish on. Fish on. Got us another one. Sun's starting to go down, y'all. It's getting cold. It was cold before, but it's extra cold now. Alright guys, there he is, just a little dink. They seem to be getting smaller. That's alright though, a fish is a fish. Alright guys, so like I said, I've had fun today, but it is cold, and I am a complete and total pansy in the cold. I don't like being cold, I don't like cold weather. So I'm going to wrap this trip up a little earlier than expected. I'd planned on kind of fishing past dark tonight a little ways, but it's just too dang cold. I'm going to take it to the house. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.